Okay, well, I think we will get started. If somebody, oh, I'm back on. Good as gold. Okay. Well, welcome. Thanks very much for coming along this evening. And I do not want to take up too much of your time, but just to offer some assistance where I can. And really just to go over a few go-to protocols for supporting yourself. I've just actually been using this one a little bit today, my cardamom. So really good for opening up the airways. And I've been finding that it's actually been relieving a little bit of congestion that's in my chest. I made a wee brew of cardamom and eucalyptus and lemongrass, and I've just been rolling that on my chest as just to remove a little bit of phlegm be gone. So that's been really helpful. So it's a matter of making sure that you have your tools on hand. So for me, excuse me, well, I've got a real tickle. For me, it's about taking my lemon, having my lemon water every day. Now, I use this first thing in the morning, just as a cold lemon drink, but sometimes as a warm lemon drink, so it just depends. So I'm using this, throughout the entire day, really. I may, and I'm drinking it in my water bottle, which is stainless steel. So, of course, you do want to make sure that your oils are in a stainless steel bottle or a glass bottle. No plastic. Don't drink out of plastic because, of course, that'll draw the plastic. The oils draw the plastic out from the bottle and then will end up in your water. So that's a big no-no. Becomes very toxic. So I take... I'm quite happy with having 6 to 8 drops of lemon oil in one of those water bottles. It's a 750ml water bottle. And I just drink that throughout the day, and I might refill that. You just start, with 1 drop. If you just want to start with 1 drop and just slowly build it up in time. You might be happy just with 1 drop. So I always suggest in winter making sure that you've got your lemon or your wild orange. Wild orange is, of course, high in vitamin C, so really important to have. I just feel like I need a bit of a wild orange boost at the moment. So I always love just rubbing in my hands, inhaling and rubbing it over my neck. A little bit of cardamom there as well. I don't have any problem with putting the oils on always and often. Little and consistent is definitely the key. Consistency is key. So if you're the sort of person that has them sort of first thing in the morning and last thing at night, that's absolutely fine. But you might find that there's a couple of oils that you take with you in your handbag, your man bag, throughout the day with you, whether they're, in your wallet or however it is. I travel, not always, but with these little cases, and also with my little, this is my smart and sassy gum. My little travel cases. So these things that are very accessible. And so you can have your little travel case. They're $10. And they come with a 1 ml vial. It's empty. And so you can then fill it up with whatever oil that you would like. And then, of course, you can use the labels that came with your enrollment. If you need to get more, they're $1. Or $1, maybe $1.50 from the warehouse, the New Zealand warehouse. So they're easy to access, and you can just choose whatever you like, whatever your needs are, whether you're someone who's asthmatic or suffers from allergies, in the springtime, or whether you get colds, you just have whatever you need on hand. So that's a really useful way of having your oils in your handbag or tacked onto a backpack somewhere. For me, I might just mute you there, and I'll just make sure that's muted too. I find it really easy to make sure I have my frankincense. So for me, I use frankincense as my anti-inflammatory. So my lemon, my natural cleanser, internal detoxer, supporting my immunity, helping me with sore, dry throats. If I'm feeling a bit scratchy, I might drink lemon, but I'll put lavender on my throat. Tea tree, I find really helpful to have just a drop of tea tree on my tongue, and then I'll drink some lemon water. So tea tree, it's a bit wincy. It's not the nicest of flavour. It actually also says on the bottle, somewhere around here, for aromatic or topical use. So they don't specify that as being internal, but I'm okay with taking it internally. I've been taking it internally for years, and I only have it every now and then when I need to internally, which might be once every couple of months. It's not often. So I'm okay with that. The whole internal use argument with a lot of aromatherapists at the moment talking about is it safe to use oils internally? It's totally up to you. These oils have been FDA approved, so they're approved by the Food and Drug Administration in America and also in New Zealand. So we can have these oils internally and in our food. So it's really boils down to your own personal choice whether you want to take them internally or not. I have been taking them internally, and I know thousands of others that also do. So if it feels right for you, and maybe you want to start with just your lemon, then do so. I take my frankincense under my tongue every day. Frankincense, remember, this is the oil that, if in doubt, use frankincense or lavender. So I go for frankincense because it's anti-inflammatory. So really good to use on your chest with your easy air if you're a little bit congested, and for asthmatics especially. But it's also it can cross what's called the blood-brain barrier. So it's going to open up your cells to receive oxygen. So remember, all our body is made up of cells. Everything that we are is cellular. Now, if our cells die off before their time, then you get sick, whether it's a cold or a flu or something more serious. So if our cells are functioning at their optimum level, then you don't get sick. So this is what they're saying as frankincense can do, is prevent those cells from dying off, or it can just help them optimize their function so that they are going to receive the right nutrients, the right blood, the right water and so forth for them to keep functioning. So I take a drop of this every day without fail under my tongue, and that's just one thing I do. I also use it on, I've cut my finger at the moment, don't know if you really want to see that, but I'm using that on my cut because it's going to help heal the cells of my skin. So frankincense is also very powerful for scarring, for skin blemishes. So it's anti-aging. So for a long time I was using that in my facial moisturizer, just dropping a drop or two in my hand, rubbing it in over my face. I now use a myriad of other doTERRA products, and I'm not going to go into that tonight. But I would also very highly recommend this for immune support, cellular support, keeping those cells, as I say, functioning as right as you want them to be. So that's a must for winter, as is On Guard. Now, I might be talking to you and explaining to you things that you already know, which is great. Sometimes it's good just to hear it again. On Guard, I believe hands down has been the oil that has helped support me and my family from staying away from colds and flus for the best part of 3 years. I have had the odd little rundown, and it's not surprising. I tend to go. And I know that, so I've just recently sort of, had a bit of a moment. But On Guard is our immune support. So cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and wild orange. So you can take all of those oils separately, and I have turned to clove a little bit when I'm feeling just a little bit run down. I need that extra boost. But in some ways, just having this, either, like this or in your rollerball, is super efficient. Now, one thing that I've actually run out of, and I did want to mention, is that On Guard comes, so this is cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and wild orange. It comes, I'm not going to show you, it's actually a Serenity bottle, but it comes in a little capsule like this. And because I've run out, I stupidly didn't save the bottle, sorry. It comes as a little tiny capsule, and it's called On Guard Plus. So it has your 5 oils that are included in the blend: cinnamon, clove, eucalyptus, rosemary, and wild orange, plus has melissa and black pepper and oregano. Sorry, just didn't remember that. So I make sure that I've got generally a bottle of these on hand, so that if I am feeling a little rundown, I just take 1 or 2 of those and I'm fine. So I think that is super important to have. Now, you can only get these from the US warehouse. So I will show you shortly how you can order from the US. I know that there's some products that you might not even consider looking from the US, but there are some that are really good. So I do use the On Guard Plus tablets. I also think it's imperative to use your oregano, if you are, or even thyme. I use thyme a bit as well because they're antiviral. So, you know, I've got kids and they come home with bugs and so forth, or just if you're in a workspace or you're in an environment teaching somewhere or wherever, and there's germs and kids and people, you know, where there's people, there's germs, right? So if there's bugs around, it could be a vomiting bug. I'm putting a drop of either one of these, thyme or oregano, on the soles of my feet. And I would do that 2 or 3 times a day because I don't want to get that bug. And we haven't had a vomiting bug in this family, and I want to keep it that way. And my children are that height, 8 and 6. So it's quite feasible that they're going to come home with something, but I'm trying to avoid it. So tea tree, as I briefly mentioned before, anti-everything. So while the oregano is really powerful antiviral, tea tree is anti-everything else, antiseptic, antibacterial, anti-spasmodic, mold, the whole thing. So I use tea tree, as I say, if I have a little bit of sore throat, you could just rub it on your throat. I prefer lavender on my throat, and I might take a drop of that on my tongue. But you could use that in a rollable blend. Again, really easy, really accessible because these are pre-diluted, more affordable as well. So these are 10 ml, this is 15, this has got your carrier oil in it, so quite easy to use. Obviously not ideal when you want to put a drop on because you're not going to take the lid off and roll it on your tongue, so to speak. Anyway, so yeah, I do find that the tea tree is an absolute necessity. I'm trying to see what else I've got here. So one thing that I've just gotten into over the last possibly around 6 months is I've been using the Terra Greens. Now, I've got a fairly good diet. I perhaps don't eat as much fruit as I should, and perhaps don't eat as much veggies as I should, but I tend not, breakfast, lunch, dinners and snacks and, I eat bliss balls and I eat raw foods and we eat salads and we eat, tonight was a chicken curry and, normal food. I have my vices, as we all do, but this I have found, so it's a powder. It's like a little green powder, and it comes with a little scoop, and it's just basically your fruits and veg in a drink, and it's actually really yummy. You know how some of them are a bit like, I don't want to drink it? I find this really, really good, and I just have this on its own. So I have that once a day whenever I feel like it, and so that's a month's supply. I'll have to correct the price for you. Sorry, I don't know that off the top of my head, but that is also from the US. So that's super helpful. That's given me a lot of energy. But what I have also been using and highly recommend, Lifelong Vitality. If you've heard of it or seen it, this is a trio of supplements. So there are 3 of them. They're designed to work in unison so that they are part of a wellness lifestyle. So what that means is that it's going to provide powerful antioxidants. They're going to provide health and vitality, basically. So generally, if you've used a store-bought or a supermarket-bought supplement, then it's most likely that your body has excreted the supplement out as yellow urine. These, meaning that they are bioavailable, meaning your body can absorb them. Your body will also always reject what it doesn't need, so it will excrete out what it doesn't need, but I have not ever had yellow urine from taking these. So my body has absorbed what it can get from these tablets. So it does come with 3. There's a, take it out of the box for you, a bit easier to see. This is a brand new box. So we've got the Microplex VMZ, vitamins and minerals. It is a food complex. This is how it's bioavailable. So this is generally the vitamins and minerals that are deficient in your diet. And that's not necessarily because of you, but that's perhaps because of the soils that we are getting our foods from. So there's vitamin E, C, energy complex of B vitamins, minerals, calcium, magnesium, zinc, and so it's going to support healthy bones. Then we have the Exi Omega. I'm just trying to see where that is. Taking the box. So essential oils, EO, essential oils, and omegas. So this is your certified pure therapeutic grade essential oils, which is what doTERRA have, and then there are a blend of marine and land-sourced omega fatty acids. So fish oils that are going to support your health and function of the brain, the cardiovascular and the nervous system. So really, really supportive. And then over here we have the Alpha CRS. So this is a cellular vitality complex. And this is a proprietary formula combining natural botanicals and nutrients involved in the production of energy within the body. And so what they do is they provide antioxidants that help protect the cells against oxidative stress. So we have oxidative stress in every environment that we put ourselves into, you know, from just going out into the sun, from being around car fumes, you know, just walking ourselves up to the shops, whatever it is, there's oxidative stress everywhere. So this helps support our cells. Now, it took me quite a while to get onto these as a trio, and I've now been using them for 2 years. The biggest difference, hormonally stable. Now, it doesn't matter what age or stage of your life you're at, whether you're a male, female, young, old, menopausal, premenopausal, whatever, they help stabilize your hormones. They also give you increased energy. So I'm finding, although my sleep's another whole story, I don't need to delve into that tonight, but I have found I'm sleeping deeper. So I go to sleep better and I sleep deeper, and then I wake up rested. So I wake up and I actually feel like I can get up and out of bed, which is really good if you're thinking about, you know, not such good thoughts. You're just wanting to get that up and at 'em. Yeah, so really, really important for getting up and out of bed and actually having sustained energy. There were lots of little side effects like clearer skin, shinier hair, stronger fingernails, but just generally feeling a bit brighter about life and having that energy. So the beautiful thing, you'll see here, there's a 30-day money-back guarantee. So doTERRA believe in this product so much that they offer a 100% money-back guarantee on this product. So you could finish these oils, the capsules, put them back in this box and send it back if you're not happy with the product. So it's $126, and you do get 3 of them. So it's designed to be 2 capsules from each bottle in the morning and at night. That is a full dose. You may want to start on half a dose, just depending. So if you're interested and you want to try this out, we can talk sometime, that's fine. Some people do just start on a half dose, and so split that $126 up over 2 months. That might be more cost effective for you. So it is designed to work 2 capsules in the morning of each and then 2 at night for a person who's over of about 55 kilos. I only just learned that this year that, I'm under 55 kilos. And so for me, I actually only need to take 1 in the morning or 1 at the night, or just do the 2 in the morning. But it depends. I notice that I am a little better if I have a stronger dose, especially when I'm traveling and I'm quite busy. So they've been really important. And I think with the addition of my Terra Greens, that's been a real boost. Every now and then, I pinch one of the kids' little vitamins. They call these their happy faces. So it's just a vitamin. It's just a kid's multivitamin basically, but there's a little, I don't know if you'll be able to see that, there's a little smiley face on it. So they asked for their happy faces. So that's pretty cute. And again, it's just multivitamins, tastes like wild orange. Actually says watermelon flavour, but I'm not convinced it's watermelon. What else have I got to show you? DDR Prime. This is another one that I do take on a daily basis with my Lifelong Vitality, and about the same time I'm taking my Terra Greens. Cellular repair. So anyone who is ill, a whole variety of illnesses, get them on this if nothing else. I 100% believe in this, but some people balk at the amount of pills that they've got to take. This comes as a capsule. The capsules aren't big. Same size as the other little capsules that we were just taking before. So, I mean, that's the size of, it's about half the size of my little fingernail. It's tiny. But you can take it as an oil. So it will come in a similar size bottle, and you could just have a spoonful of oil, a bit like a fish oil, say. Cellular repair. So it's a bit like your frankincense, and it does have frankincense in it, Really, really, really important oil. I've got a couple of people who are on leukemia, suffering with leukemia, I should say, using this. There's tons of people who are using this. If you're interested in any information that I'm talking about, any further reading, by all means, just ask. I've got screeds of information to offer and show you. So really, it's just a basic protocol. If you, for me, in the winter, it's being consistent. It's making sure I have my lemon, my frankincense. If I'm run down and I've got a cold or I'm feeling a bit off, which doesn't actually happen that often, but if I'm feeling a bit off, oregano, soles of my feet, absolute must. I will then, you can take those 4, I'm trying to think, I'm missing one. Oh, I'm good. So you can take those 5, I knew there's a 5 in there. So can you see that there's lemon, frankincense, tea tree, oregano, and On Guard. So you take those 5 in a veggie capsule 2 times a day for 10 days. That is your go-to protocol if you are run down and you're wanting to fight a virus or a cold or just get over, a big bout of. Actually, it's a really strong protocol for, for a gut cleanse. If you've got pesticides, bacteria living in, I have to take a drink. I think I just swallowed. Oh, my water's run out. Sorry. Sorry about that. So this protocol of the 5 oils, you don't have to use the frankincense if you don't want. It could just be those 4 and frankincense 2 times a day in an empty veggie capsule and down your mouth. Wash it down with lemon water, or you could put them on the soles of your feet. And so I just put a drop on the feet and I layer the oils on top of each other and just rub my feet together. So I might put tea tree on, rub my feet together. Lemon on, rub my feet together. On Guard on, rub my feet together. Oregano, and then frankincense. And I would just leave about 30 seconds in between. And then, of course, leave your feet to dry just for another 30 seconds or so. Pop your socks on, because it takes 6 seconds for the oils to enter into your bloodstream, 20 seconds for them to work around the body and the cells that need it most. So it is instant. And if you've been using the oils and you're familiar with them, they're incredibly quick and powerful. So it's really important to make sure that you are using them and being consistent. So I would do this 2 to 3 times a day. Twice is fine if you're feeling really sick and run down. I've got another friend who's been using this for her rheumatoid arthritis. It's a really strong protocol for that, to be used again 2 or 3 times a day. I would do it for a 10-day block and then stop, say do the first 10 days of the month and then stop for the rest of the month and then start again for the next 10 days. A couple of reasons for that. The oregano is quite strong. You can actually take that consistently, but there has been talk out there in the world that because it's quite strong, your liver will need to take a rest from it. It can almost form, I don't want to say it's going to form a level of toxicity in your body, but it can, for some people, too much oregano can be too much. So you just want to watch that. You just want to take your time and be careful with that. So that's something to think about. I do for 10 days. And so I've got some people that are really, they can move now with their rheumatoid, which is just so amazing. And I love it. So Candida, any sort of gut cleanse that you're needing to do, I like that as a really important detoxing for myself. So I quite like that. I dropped an oil down there somewhere. So what I did want to show you, I might just take you off mute and ask if you've got any questions. Feel free to ask anything. Has everything made sense so far?
Yes.
Yep. Cool. Easy crowd. Do just fire away.
I've got one question.
Yeah.
So if you haven't got all of those oils, which I don't at the moment, like I've got heaps of oregano, that obviously would help, wouldn't it?
Absolutely. Absolutely.
Rub that on my feet. And, yeah.
The one reason that I suggest the feet is it's quite pungent, as you know, it's quite a strong hot oil. So always have a carrier oil on hand. I'm a little bit naughty. When I say I'm a little bit naughty, I'm not really. It's just that I know my body can now handle using the oils neat. So I would happily put oregano on the sole of my feet neat, but if I was to put it anywhere else, like chest or back or throat, I would definitely use a carrier oil. Now, if you don't have the doTERRA fractionated coconut oil, that's fine. You could use olive oil, cooking oil, whatever oil you've got. It doesn't matter. Fractionated coconut and jojoba, macadamia, almond, those sorts of oils do actually help the essential oils carry into the skin a little better than what your cooking oils might. And fractionated, for those who don't know, just means that it's had the high fatty chain acids removed, so it's liquid all the time and skin soluble. So these oils do help the oils absorb well, but if you don't have this, just use whatever you've got. You know, don't panic if you haven't got it or you can't afford it. That's fine. So yes, oregano is great. It's really good for warts, for verrucas, anything virus related, cold sores, herpes. You know, that sort of virus. You know, anything, bugs, flus that are coming around. Oregano, sole of the feet. Yes, and if you don't have anything else, I mean, I would always consider getting On Guard and lemon. That would be kind of like, if I had to go and buy, well, I like frankincense and I think that's a must too, but I can't find my lemon. I think I threw it away a moment ago. I would definitely consider the On Guard as well. But just see how you go. You know, if you've only got oregano, just use that while you can. Simple. Yep. Cool. So, easier. I haven't talked about easier. Of course, easier is really, I was just looking at what else. Easier is always a really good one for your chest. I tend to use a lot of eucalyptus, cardamom as well, easier peppermint sometimes, peppermint temples even over the bridge of the nose. I do quite like the easier, just rolled over the bridge of the nose, but I'm using it in a roller bottle which is pre-diluted. Otherwise it can be a bit hot, wincy, so that's okay. What I did want to do, and just very quickly, just so that you at least know, because you've both got wholesale accounts, which is cool, is just share my screen with you and show you how you can place an order too. So this is my what they call back office, or the way you can order. Now my screen's going to look a little different to yours. Yours might be green sort of up here, whereas mine's purple, but it's essentially the same thing. You'll also have these sorts of home and things up the top, and you won't have dashboard shop team. You'll have essential oils and wellness products and things. So just sort of ignore that. But what I wanted to show you, if you're over here, see how we've got New Zealand products. That means you're going to be ordering from the New Zealand warehouse. If you want to get anything from the US warehouse, it's as simple as clicking that button. The screen will load up, and then you can search Terra Greens, for example, or not. Let's just see, here we are. Oh, it's one word, right? Terra Greens. And then if you wanted to, you can then add that to cart and so forth. So, you know, don't be afraid to go on and have a look and see what else the US warehouse have, because there are, I'll just get out of there and review that. There are a lot of products such as, you know, the On Guard Plus capsules, GUARD. I don't know if you're online now, if you can have a wee look. Oh, I'm not going to go into there. It's not going to help me. Okay. Let's have a look here. So here we are, the On Guard Plus soft gels, sorry, not capsules. I use the beadlets a lot too. In fact, I use everything in the On Guard range. The protecting throat drops are great. These are the only ones that you can get from the US warehouse. There's also ginger drops that are available. So we can get the laundry detergent, we can get the hand wash, the cleaner concentrate, all from the New Zealand warehouse, the toothpaste, the beadlets, and the On Guard oil, of course. But we can't get the throat drops, which are really handy, and the soft gels. There are some other accessories if ever you get stuck for Where's my little oils? DIY accessories, I'll go this way. You can get, here we are, you can get some other empty roller bottles from there. It's actually not the cheapest way to get it, so if you don't want to get it, the pipettes are good because you get a pack of 50. There are cheaper places for us in New Zealand to get those. So if you do want to have a look and you're interested in finding out, actually probably looking at the wellness, here we are. So this is some of the other products that you can get from the US warehouse, the digestive tablets, the GX Assist. This is all part of your gut health support. Often, a lot of our problems stem from the gut. If you have bad gut health, you have potentially bad skin, your hormones might be all over the whack, you might not sleep well, there's a whole myriad of problems. So our best health comes from the gut. And it's just the same as like if you have strong abdominal core, then you'll have good posture. It's the same sort of thing, and you'll be able to move and be strong. So there are, so I sometimes buy my Lifelong Vitality supplements from the US warehouse because here's my kits. You can add products on. So here we are. Can you all see the screen? Oh, that's not what I'm after.
Yeah.
Yes. Not what I'm after. The loyalty reward kits. Where is it? Oh, the kids' oils are still only from there. We can't get those in New Zealand yet, even though we've been told. I'm just going to search that over here. The Lifelong Vitality Kit is, if you did decide to get it, is quite handy to access. Oh, it probably needs a capital. Sometimes it is a bit specific if you had that experience. Oh, it's not liking me at all tonight. Sorry. Oh, okay. Have I got it in here? Oh, I know why. I've just remembered. So, the Lifelong Vitality. This is my US order. So I'm going to get the soft gels, the ginger drops, and the protecting throat drops, just because it's winter and I'm going to need them. And I'll probably actually get some more, wherever they are, the kids' little vitamins. If I wanted to get the Lifelong Vitality from the US, this is quite cool because you can add on other products. Now, if I go to Lifelong Vitality, so you can get vegan ones if you are vegan. Edit kit, and what I can do is I can add up to 3 different extra products. So I sometimes get my kids omegas and vitamins. You can also get the Terrazyme and PB Assist. So this is part of your gut cleanse and restore. The Deep Blue Polyphenol Complex is part of your Ice Blue range, so the muscle and joint relaxant. And then, of course, you can get extra part of your, just the VMZ, and the X Omega. The Mighty 2 Max, I use those as well. That's like coffee in a pill. They're quite cool. I don't have them every day, but they're quite handy to have, especially if I'm trying to wean myself off coffee. So you can add up to 3 extra products, which is really helpful. So I'll just flag that for now. I'm just going to update kit. So that's only available when you do your monthly order. So, of course, that's applicable for you, Dale. I'm not sure about you, Michael, but we can certainly look at that if you need to. Anyway, I just wanted to make sure that you knew how to order and or look at products that are from the US. You don't have to purchase from the US. And then, of course, noticing that that little blue circle is highlighted up here. If I want to go back to the New Zealand products, it's as simple as clicking that button and it will go back. So that's all you really need to know from there. Is there anything else while we're looking at our online store or shop and orders? Is there any questions while I've got you here and you need to know anything from the online orders, or are we happy with that?
I did see that the Easy Air Touch, do you call it Touch?
Yes.
Wasn't available. That seems to be off, but it's been quite a while.
Oh, let me follow that up. There might be... yes, I have heard about that. I will let you know when that's coming back in. I think there was an update on that just a few days ago. The Easier Touch, yeah, that's great. Okay, thank you for reminding me about that. I will chase that up. Easier Touch back in stock. I will know about that shortly. Okay, no, that's cool. So, look, I don't want to hold up too much more of your time. I'm happy to sit here and talk. I could talk all night. Do you? But you've got cups of tea and bed to go to. Do you have any other questions, or can I help in any other way now, or winter specific questions, or maybe some other question? Sleep, I know, is a really important issue for many of us. I do use the Lifelong Vitality. That has been a huge help for me. But I also use Serenity capsules. Now, Serenity is the same as Lavender Peace. So the Lavender Peace is, you know, just like your lavender. Well, that's actually probably called Serenity there. I think I got it from the US. So it's your sweeter lavender with your chamomile and vetiver vanilla in it, and I just wear that on my wrist. This oil was actually originally, I've got to be a little bit careful about what I say here, but it was actually originally designed for insomniacs. So it is a really good oil for sleep. I also take the Serenity capsules because I do have a little bit of a problem with my sleep, so I'm taking everything that I can. And I tend to take 2 of those at night. I'll put my oil on my wrist, and I've taken my Lifelong Vitality throughout the day or at night, and that's pretty much me. Sometimes I'll put frankincense on the back of my neck. So frankincense is also a sedative, so also very good at sleep. So if you are getting constantly run down, I would look at your sleep, your dietary intake, and your gut health, because those are the things that are going to help balance you out, support you any which way that you need. So a couple of little tips on sleep. You know, some people really like spikenard or chamomile or vetiver on their own. I just prefer it in an easy and convenient little one-stop shop, thanks. So make it easy, I say. I've probably missed heaps, and I'll get off and I'll be like, oh, I didn't talk about, you know, whatever. I'm loving my Advanced Oil Magic book. Oh, and actually, Dale, for you especially, I've got this information that comes in this book is actually available on an app. And I've got that app for you free of charge, normally $10 for a Dropley app. I'll get that link to you because that's really cool. And Michael, we can talk about how you get. So do you use any apps? Like the Modern Essentials app or the
Dropley.
Oh, you have got Dropley. Good. Dropley's cool, hey? Do you like it?
Yeah, I haven't really been using it lately, but
Dropley's quite good, and you can search up the top, say for winter or bugs. I'll just put bugs health or something, and it's probably it's come up with garden bugs. So you can search whatever you like, and it comes up with different recipes and so forth. So I've only just started using Dropley a couple of months ago. I've been using the Essential Life and Modern Essentials app up until then. I still have those apps. I still like the Essential Emotions as well, because remember that oils have a very powerful physical effect on you, but also a very important emotional effect. So, you know, like your lemongrass, which I love diffusing at this time of year, is the oil of cleansing. So, you know, it's probably why I quite like it in my vacuum cleaner event, because it is the oil that's going to assist with any sort of cleaning for me. You know, and your On Guard, your protective blend, it is because it helps you put up those barriers. It helps you say no. It helps you barrier against anyone that's draining your energy from you, or, you know, forcing negative energy onto you. So, you know, that is what Protective Blend does for you emotionally. Easier, which, you know, is your respiratory blend. Emotionally, it's actually really good at helping you breathe and deal with grief, and then, you know, let that grief go and perhaps vent and have a big cry. So all the oils do have a really beautiful emotional side to it too. So, you know, another day we can talk about emotions, and I love that. But I think it's really important to stay healthy and well in mind and body at this time of year, because it's a tricky time of year when we don't get as much sunlight, and we're needing all the support we can get. So yeah, I will leave it there unless you guys have got anything else you wish to ask, or you've got some more queries. But if not, we'll carry on. I do love my frankincense on the back of my hands, rolling it on my hands, to supporting my youthful appearance. Don't laugh. You know, roll it around.
Oh, God.
I just get in amongst it. And Cellubel. So Cellubel is the 200-point promo special for the month. So I tend to use that on my face, roll it around my eyes. It's really good for eye health, preventing cataracts, things like that. So I roll it around, and then I might put on my anti-aging eye cream. And this is another whole evening too. But yes, I do really like that for appearing so youthful.
Now, Olivia, just to interrupt you, car diffusers. I do every now and again. I do see them. Is there one available or not? Was that a special promo?
Oh no, there's definitely some available, but doTERRA don't have them specifically. The place that you can get those is from it's probably best to have a look on. There's a bunch of websites that I can email you that I get things from, but Aroma Tools is a really good one. There's Oil Life. I use natural essential oils. There's essential oil supplies. So it might just be a matter of having a play around. I mean, you could even look at Vitality Oils or LA Express or anyone like that, just to see if there's anyone that's got a good diffuser. I have, and I use at the moment. I did have one that was a plug-in into the, the cigarette lighter. I didn't like it. It wasn't actually that good, and it kind of just disintegrated and died on me. I now have one that just literally kind of clips onto the air vent, and it's got a little pad that you can change out, or you can drip the oils onto and then change out. And that's quite cool. And I mean, that was $10 or $15 from somewhere. I probably got that at a convention. But yes, it will be a matter of just having a wee search around and having a look for them. And I quite like that. Balance is great in the car. I really like balance in the car. I like balance all over me, actually. Back of my neck, soles of the feet, on the kids, a diffuser. So car's a really good place to put some oils, definitely.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. But I'll have a look again to see where the best place is to get some of those at the moment, and let you know.
Yeah. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. No problem. I'll make a note of that. Cool.
Have doTERRA got a deodorant?
I do use the deodorant. I haven't actually ever used the deodorant that you can get from the New Zealand warehouse, which is actually just a plain neutral scented one. I have only ever used the Balance deodorant and then the Beautiful deodorant that is available from the US warehouse. And I really like it. I exercise. I teach yoga, and I run when I get the energy. And I'm out and about most days, and it's fine. I don't sweat on it. I like it. It's a deodorant stick, so it is. And my husband used it, but he did find that maybe the hairs. He still uses it. The hairs kind of get a little bit stuck to it sometimes, but he still uses it, as far as I know. And I use it. I like it. Yeah.
So it's basically just Balance and a deodorant stick.
Yeah. You could make your own. Yeah.
That's funny, because I used to actually use Balance as deodorant instead.
Yeah. I have had
Then I
that.
ran out.
Oh, and then you ran out. Oh, you've got to get Balance again. And Balance is an affordable oil. Well, kind of affordable. Hard when you're scrapping through money. But it's $32 or something, so it's worth saving the pennies for. It's a good oil. It is a good oil. But as is my Serenity. So Serenity and Balance are your anti-anxiety oils. So those are really good oils to have. Wear on your wrists. For a long time, I was wearing my lavender paste, Serenity, on my wrists at night for sleep. And then when I get up and start my day, and I was just having that on my wrist again to support my anxiety. I don't use that quite as much anymore during the day, but I do use it at night, and then I use my Balance throughout the day. But really like Balance on the soles of my feet, my yoga practice. Really find that's a beautiful connection, as is Anchor. Oh, you'll have to try Anchor at some point. That's part of the yoga collection. That's a good oil. That's really, really grounding. But yeah, we digress. Okay. Well, that was really all about what I wanted to share with you this evening. And for fear of taking up too much of your time and respecting your time and others that will be watching, we will stop the recording. So thanks, everyone. Hope